Myself, Veena Sarathi, Assistant Professor, Government First Grade College, Sirsi. My dear friends, today let us understand the different types of the financial services. So there are basically two types of financial services. One is the fund-based service and second one is the fee-based service. Let us understand which are the different types of the fund-based services here. So fund-based services means fund-based finance service is a method of providing the working capital and the term loans, and they are secured by the inventory, the machinery, equipments, account receivables and real estate. So a variety of services are being provided under this fund-based service. That is, firstly, it will involve provision of the funds against the assets, bank deposits, etc. Secondly, fund-based income, it will mainly come from the interest spread. That is, interest spread means it is the difference between the interest earned and the interest paid. So fund-based income, it will come from the interest spread, income from investment in the capital market, lease rental and real estate. So majority of the income is coming here through the fund-based services. So there are different types of fund-based financial services here, or examples like underwriting of the shares, debentures, bonds, etc. Then hire purchase, leasing, bill discounting, venture capital, housing finance, insurance services and factoring. Now let us discuss these different types of the fund-based financial services one by one. First is the leasing. So under leasing, the purchasing of an asset for any organization, it will involve huge investment, and all the companies, they cannot go for an arrangement where they can get an asset without making an investment, or they cannot buy an asset. So this arrangement, so when they cannot buy an asset, so they will go or they will get an asset without making investment, and this arrangement, it is called as a leasing. So the owner of the asset will provide an asset for use to another for a certain period of time. It may be for 5 years, 10 years, depending upon their agreement. So the ownership is here is not transferred. The ownership is not transferred, and the person who is transferring, as you know that, who is transferring an asset is called as a lessor, and to whom it is given to use is called as an lessee. So here the lessee has to give the rent over the period determined. So but the ownership of an asset is not transferred. The company, it is getting an asset without making an investment in the asset. Second is hire purchase and consumer credit. So the lessee has, the asset here is sold to the purchaser on the condition that the value of the asset should be paid in installment. So these installments, it will include the cost of an asset plus the interest payable. Until the last installment, payment of last installment, so all the payments are treated here as a higher charges. So if the purchaser fails to pay the last installment here, then the seller can take back his asset. That is in case of the hire purchase. Whereas in case of consumer credit, it is a facility where the individuals are free, they can acquire the consumable durables like TV, washing machine, etc. So individuals are financed here. The individuals, they are financed, and they can get all the assets, or they can acquire all the assets here, and the consumer credit may be arranged here. So the consumer has to pay some initial payment here, which is called as a down payment, and margin money and balance of the amount, it is paid in the monthly installments. Third one is bill discounting. So bill is a negotiable instrument. Bill is a negotiable instrument. So it will acknowledge the debt. When the goods are sold on credit, the seller, he will draw the bill, and consumer has to accept it, and he has to return it to the seller. The maturity period of the bill is for 3 months. So here the seller, instead of waiting up to 3 months, he may present that bill to the financiers within 3 months and get the payment. So that is called as a bill discounting. Fourth one is the housing finance. So it means providing the finance to construct the house. And in India, housing and construction industries, they are going very fast. They are growing very fast. They are growing very fast. So the housing finance, it will include all the activities which are supporting for the house construction. Then fifth one is factoring and forfeiting. So the credit sales have become more common nowadays. So the companies have to spend a lot of time and energy in order to collect the amount of the credit sales. So in order to overcome the difficulty of credit collection, a new service has emerged, or new service has been called here, which is called as a factoring, and is rendered in the financial market. So here the responsibility of collecting the credit amount, it is given here to an outside agency. Outside agency. Forfeiting, it is related to the exporter's bill. So this servicing agency is called as a forfeiter. The forfeiter, he will discount the bill of the exporter. The forfeiter, he will discount the bill of the exporter, and he will get the finance against this bill. And he is also ready to bear the risk of the non-payment. Then the next one is venture capital. So the term venture means risky or uncertainty. The capital which is provided to the risky business activities is called as the venture capital. So the projects which are involving innovations, researches are all financed under the venture capital. Then insurance. So risk has become a common factor both in the business as well as in the personal life. So the life and the business are both to be protected from these risks. The insurance provides the financial support to the survivors. Here the insurance company will agree to compensate the losses against the insured property. So these are some of the different types of fund-based financial services like underwriting shares, debentures, hire purchase, bill discounting, leasing, housing finance, venture capital, bill discounting, factoring, forfeiting, insurance services, etc. I hope all of you have understood which are the different types of fund-based financial services. We will meet once again in the next session. Thank you.